Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today I'll be talking about another character which has been added to the game, and this character is called Leona. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, here's the thing. I did post it that I basically got a new mouse about few days ago, and I have been playing on this new mouse again and again and again because my old mouse was 5 years old, so I had to readjust to my new mouse, and yeah, everything is going okay to the point that I have gotten very comfortable in using it to the point that I was getting enough score to get MVP for this character. Okay, so the overall question remains is okay. Let's talk about the character called Leona. Which ranking should I put her? Before I put her in any ranking, the first thing I must need to show you is this tier list. Now remember, this tier list was made by me. You can definitely go and check it. Make sure to include the following things such as what was it, season 2. Make sure to add season 2 Strinova guide or something like that. Only then you'll get the latest version. So in the latest version I basically explain what this tier list is. This tier list is not good or bad character. Not a single one of them is good or bad. Rather, the main issue is for player. For different player, there will be difference in preference. And I'm not a very good sniper, and I'm not a very good reloader either. Which is why this Bimo is at this place here, because his reloading capability, it gets on my nerve. But it is relative, because not every people is going to be having the same issue, but I think majority people are going to be having the same issue. So this is basically a average idea of which type of people will want which type of character. Majority of the people want characters where their weapon, okay, their weapon and their active skill can work flawlessly. So their weapon will have high accuracy. This is point number 1. And point number 2 is whatever their skill is are so much good that their skill can be used on almost any places. This is point number 1. And their skill and their weapon can be used very efficiently because of their high accuracy. Okay, as it goes down, either their weapon skill or maybe uh, active skill are either one of them is bad. This is the place where both of them are bad. This is the place where, let's say, it has gotten bad after an update, and Pymo basically falls here. Untested are basically sniper characters that I cannot say for myself that whether they are good or bad, because I'm not a very good sniper character user. Okay, so for this case, the question remains is okay, where does Leona falls into? So first thing that I would suggest that you definitely go for rate of fire. But for demonstration, I'll be using base damage. Why rate of fire? Because the amount of bullet you have is 60. Okay, 60 magazine capacity is more than enough. So if you have a magazine capacity of 60, then you don't need anything else. Okay, you do not need anything extra. Go for reload instead of magazine capacity, because the amount of bullet you have is a lot more than Audrey. Audrey has 50, but this one has 60. Now if you are a beginner, go with stringified damage. If you are a pro player, go with headshot. Now I have already said this a lot more than often, that if you are a sniper character user, then go with ADS. Otherwise, go with spread control. Okay. Now, after all of this is done, the overall accuracy increases by 75. So after all of this is done, let's see what is the amount of bullet damage. So the amount of accuracy is the amount of mouse that I am actually moving is a lot less than it appears. So the overall damage which we have gotten is about 1620. So with 60 bullets, the amount of damage we have gotten is 1620. That is a lot more than Nobunaga, and it is highly accurate. So after all of this is done, I'm gonna put all of the bullet here, and let's see how much bullet it takes to kill each of these enemies there at different range. Okay, so this is 17 meter. Okay, now that is 41 meter. Okay, and that is basically 72 meter, sorry, 62 meter. So it only took me one magazine capacity to kill all of them. So this basically proves that the amount of accuracy and the amount of damage output you will be doing with this character is gonna be a lot. Now obviously I'm gonna be switched to rate of fire just for preference, for my preference. Okay, now after all of this is done, the question remains is, okay, what is her active skill? So when it comes to her active skill, she basically produces blocks. These blocks can be used in many different ways. The amount of ways you can use this block is unlimited. That's the whole issue here, that this character is very good when you use this character's blocking capability. Now the first question that comes to mind is, okay, how good is it? Give us some demonstration. Okay, no worries. If you can climb that place, the first thing that you are going to be doing is to build upstairs. Okay, and you can basically build upstairs in this following manner. Okay, if you are out of stamina, just turn into this paper mode. Obviously it is gonna take a bit of time, but once you have turned into this paper mode, then obviously you'll be able to use it again. Okay, so after this is done, you are now on top of this stair. So how much block did I create? 1 2 3 4 5 5. I have 3 more left. So how can I remove them? Well, that's the only part that is the problem. You need to shoot them one by one. Only then you will be able to get them back to use them again. Okay, so that's basically how it functions. Now the overall question remains, okay, if this is how it functions, then the another question that rises is, what is the amount of time you can use? Now this is different between what is written here and what is written there. So maximum you can produce at a time is 8, but the maximum amount of deployment you can do is 16. It is two different things. I do not know why, but this is definitely what it says. Now other than that, the question remains is, what about this character's ultimate? This character's ultimate is something that I highly recommend that you do not use. Okay, because what it does is it creates this block, right? Now what happens if I were to put it here? If I were to put it here, then obviously the enemy will be get blocked. Okay. Okay, I think now it is ready. So if I were to put it here, then what will happen is the enemy will not be able to pass unless this block is destroyed. So the question remains is, okay, if that is the case, then why is the ultimate bad? So when you use the ultimate, okay, it basically turns the block into this energy form, and as you can see here, energy is moving in its like some sort of wave pattern or something. Those are not important. What is important is what happens in this case. In this case, you can go through it and you can shoot through it, but I think the enemy can't shoot you. I think that's basically how it goes. So but it doesn't even say that. Okay, what it says is uses her uh, stuff and it becomes transparent block no longer block paths or ally bullet. So it is a question related topic, because when I use this grenade here, it doesn't actually blocks the attack. I still got hit. Now did I got hit because the grenade came from me, or did I got hit because it doesn't determine if the grenade is either from the enemy or for myself? I do not know. Okay, so that is the question mark area. I do not know. If anyone's know, please let me know. Now what about these characters passive? So when she is in a stringified mode, she regains her energy. When energy is above 50%, her movement increases, and when below 50%, her armor gradually recovers. Now truth to be told, if you do not use this character's block making capability, you are going to be moving fast majority of the time. So it is basically a very good beneficial thing, because not only are you getting enough bullet, not only are you getting enough accuracy, but you also gain enough running capability. So you can outperform in terms of running when it comes to your enemy. But is that good? That is very good. I do not complain about it. Okay. Now you definitely saw that when it comes to two blocks. Okay. When I put two blocks here, and when I shoot one of them, only one of them take damage. So what happens if I were to use active skill? So if I were to use active skill, okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is, okay, which one should I use? Should I use more block HP or should I use more energy? Obviously energy is important here. I will always choose energy cost, lower energy cost. Movement speed and armor regeneration plus 100%. This is definitely, because movement speed and armor regeneration plus 100% is gonna be a lot of movement and armor. So I would definitely not see why I shouldn't use this. I should definitely use this. So that is basically how it goes. Now when it comes to armor, obviously light armor and stringified damage reduction. After all of this is done, so these are gonna be the awakened skill that gonna be staying active. So let's see what happens. Leona can now use walls and ceilings as support. So you definitely saw that I was unable to put anything there before, right? For example, if I were to move all of this, and then you can definitely see I cannot put it here. But the moment I activate this, okay, then what happens is I can put it there. So yeah, that is one of the important thing that I can do. Obviously the distance is going to be near you, but it is more than enough to say that, okay, I want to go up. How can I go up? I can go up in this manner. Okay, I want to put it here somewhere. How can I do? Okay, I can put it there. Okay, I want to go up again. So you can probably guess the idea of how to do that. Okay, obviously you are gonna lose energy, but you can now definitely guess an idea of how to do that. By doing so, you will be able to get over any of high places very easily. So from that point of perspective, this active skill 1 is actually very good. Now what about active skill 2? Connects block are treated as one single unit. Okay, so see this block here. So if I were to do damage to it now, obviously it is gonna take individual damage at a time. Okay, so after the active skill, okay, so after the awakened skill is opened, only then what happens is any of the block that you have made, okay, they are gonna become as one block. So if you shoot one of the block, you need to uh, be thinking of whether this one attack is gonna be working or not, because if it doesn't work, you need to destroy all of the blocks HP. Eventually the enemy is gonna come up towards you by that point. So if I were to place it here and then another one here and then shoot, now look what happens. It is now taking damage as one. Okay, so the overall damage output has, damage taking capability has increased. So what is this? This is a representation that this can be basically create enough problem for the enemy. Okay, awaken skill 2, that is that by the time that the entire block is destroyed, the allies are going to be hitting the enemy, and that in itself is going to be very good. Now why is this good? This is good because the main thing that we are getting in terms of demolition match is surprise attack. To lower the amount of surprise attack, this is the very good option. Okay, now only one way to overcome this problem is to, let's say if there were to be some gap, okay, if there were to be some gap, let's say somewhere around here, okay, uh okay, somewhere around here, like, okay, so I cannot get through. What can I do? I can basically turn into a paper and go there. So try to make sure that there are no open area left, otherwise enemy will be able to go back and front of this place very easily, which you do not want. Okay, so this is the thing. Now what about our awaken skill 3? Leona can switch block deployment mode using skill points and to summon falling blocks at a target, briefly knocking enemy airborne. Okay, so how can I do this? I can basically now change the type of block pattern. Okay, so if I were to do this, okay, and then oh, so that's basically how it goes. Oh, okay. So what I can do now is to just make them fly and yeah, kill them in this way. It's it's like magnetism has gone wrong or gravity has gone wrong, and gravity is now in the palm of my hand, which is why if I were to use it any way I want, I can make almost anyone fly. Obviously there is this thing which is called, you need to get your energy level high, but let's see what is the overall distance I can use this. Okay, so there is a range limit about let's see. Okay, so the range limit is over there, which is about 20-meter diameter. So 20-meter radius, so 40-meter diameter is basically the limit of this. So you need to be within 20 meter. I think that is more than enough for it to knock up the enemy and shoot them like this while they are airborne. Is extremely funny and extremely problematic for the enemy team. For the red team, they're gonna be having extreme amount of problem because of this. So yeah, overall the way you can use these are extremely high, and how you use them is basically totally up to you. Now in terms of grenade, I cannot think of any type of grenade. I think any type of grenade is going to be good for this character, because the overall how our systems function is totally based on how you are going to be using those blocks. So how do I use those blocks? I use those blocks to stop the surprise attack, because surprise attack is a lot more problematic for me. So to lower the amount of surprise attack, I basically use the block to block the enemy's location, so that they cannot move and come to me with a surprise attack. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Now if you were to ask me where would I put this character, now here is another thing that I forgot to mention. That is, when I talk about Nobunaga is being one of the quoted character in the game, I don't even use this character's active skill that often at all. Majority of the time I use this character's normal weapon attack, and it works extremely good in every range. And from that point of perspective, having high amount of damage with high amount of auto shooting capability basically makes this character into a double S ranking. And obviously his active skill and passive skill and ultimate all works way too much good. Like if you were to have this character on your team and you know where the enemies are coming from, then this character is very good. I would have almost put this character here, but her passive and her ultimate are not worth it. But her active skill is very good, which is why I have to put this character here. No choice but to put this character here, because this character is very good. Like when I use this character, it feels like I am playing a female Nobunaga. That's basically how much good this character is. Like very good, to the point that I would say that if I don't feel like playing Nobunaga, I can play this character. Like that is basically what I feel. This is rare, and I would say that I would get enough points using these characters than this. Like to the point that even when I, let's say, was fighting and doing the team deathmatch, the overall recommendation that I have gotten for this as being the most used character. Now, I didn't actually wanted to give this character the most use, but I got so much fun out of this character here that eventually in the career section, just playing this character for 3 days, this character was automatically in the second most used in terms of gameplay. Now, if I were to get to this area here, so let's see. So the amount of matches that I have played is 32 matches. The amount of winning was already high, and the amount of maximum kill I have gotten is 27. Okay, and compared to that, Nobunaga, I have played about 203 matches, and I have gotten 36 kills, and the overall matches that I have done is 404. So you can definitely see that out of 404 matches, obviously I played this character with 32 matches, and I got 100% kill rate. Now many people are gonna say, yes, in a challenge mode you are gonna be winning majority of the time. That is true, but it is also false that when you think that if you get the lowest amount of score you are still gonna win. That is not true in terms of challenge mode. In challenge mode, in order to be in this 100% winning ranking, your aiming must need to be high enough to get enough points to win the fight. So from that point of perspective, I have not lost a single match with this character here. Okay, where where whereas the amount of kill that I've gotten is a lot higher even for a beginning character. So that is basically what I'm saying. Now, overall, I have talked about this character, that this character is very good. Now let's talk about her weapon design. Okay, so this weapon design, I would say it's very good. It's very good. Like it, I do not care what anyone says. This is very good. Okay. Now this is a uh, hmm. This is also good. Like if she were to have a different makeup with that, that would be also very good. This is fine. Like based, this is fine. This is also fine. For some reason, these characters' rare weapons are actually very good. Even this is also good. Hmm. This is Twitch streamer girl vibe. They finally re-added this. I really like this. Okay, now I do not like abstract art, but this was made properly. Hmm. Uh, okay. Finally, one that I do not like. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Like very good. Ah, the abstract art. Okay. Finally, the abstract art. Not as bad as the others, but definitely not my favorite. This is might be a some sort of army camo, and hmm, it's like it was given to children to draw over it, and they basically drew whatever they could like to draw. So not good. So yeah, in terms of weapon, the rare types, the rare category weapon were my favorite. Now these are just alternate, so nothing good here. Everything looks fine. You can definitely see. Now, if I were to check this one, these are basically almost the same thing. So they currently right now she doesn't have her own type of outfit. All she has is same alternate and nothing else. So I would stay with this one because there is nothing good about the other. Everything is basically alternate. So overall, what is my conclusion? My conclusion is this is a very good character. Okay, like powerful based on how you can use her block, but otherwise her weapon is also very powerful to the point that it can be compared similar to Nobunaga's, except this has more bullet. Nobunaga's has a total point of 1000 something, whereas this character's overall bullet damage output is 1620, about 620 points more. So from that point of perspective, this is a very good character. Anyone who says that this is a bad character, I think you need to play this game a lot more, or maybe you are new, and as a result your experience with the mouse cursor is not very good. Okay, so other than that, if you like this tutorial on how to use this character, then please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this type of topic on a regular basis. Thank you and see you again next time.